Hello? My bad, y'all. Y'all probably didn't even hear nothing I said. I'm sorry. Let me see. All right, y'all. We are back with another banger. And of course, we are going to react to this catch up video that I just seen pop up on my page, y'all. Arlette said that she want to see where this couple is. So, of course, we need to see what I said beforehand in order to react to what's going on right now. So, that's what we going to do. we going to see what's up.
right? But also that you're career driven as well. And I have an AI company, and it's an ed tech. So I really value
This is when
education.
the audio
Right.
was
And
bad, so y'all
learning.
gotta,
So when I heard that,
read
okay.
the
So
subtitles.
that was
Sorry
it.
about
Hey,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, works.
All right.
Arlette said the audio
Okay,
was bad or
Cliff.
something.
Come on up here. Okay, have you scoop that way. Any final questions between the two of you?
This is third time, ain't it?
I'm from Texas. I'm originally from Marshall, Texas, but I stay in Dallas. Is that a deal breaker? Where are you?
I'm from Las Vegas, somewhere near.
Oh, nice. I love bacon. Okay.
Only been to Vegas once.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
Good
Well then,
experience.
is it gonna be a yes for you for her?
Yes, we do.
And is it a yes for you for him? Yes. We got it.
I know he's like, all time. This is my third time.
Let's make some noise for this guy.
I was patient, girl. I sure
Okay,
was.
let's go ahead and bring out our next single
How long that
lady.
cut was gonna be.
Hello.
In all honesty, I was talking to my homie and I didn't think they was gonna make it. Like, it just, I don't know what it is about it. It just didn't make sense to me. So I have to remember to film these things, but I'm telling y'all, I didn't think they was gonna make it, but we gonna see. There's only one way to find out if they did or didn't, and that's by watching the catch up. So yeah, let's get into it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Cliff and Ro.
that same
Welcome,
vibe.
y'all. How are we feeling?
How you doing? How you doing, Arlette?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. So we had you both on episode 28 of Pop the Balloon or
This is
Find
good.
Love, where
Hey.
you guys ended up matching.
Keep it on
Well
the
then,
lean.
is it gonna be a yes for you for her?
Yes, we do.
And is it a yes for you for him? Yes. We got it. Let's make some noise for this guy.
For whatever reason, I just didn't think they would make it. I want love
On
for
that
everybody,
episode,
but
you know, that was kind of
I
like
don't
the
know.
guys got brought back. It was your second chance at finding someone. Cliff, how was it for you the second time around?
Second time around, it was a little crazy. I
Okay.
was still was getting popped, but I managed to get a match. You know,
Right.
third time the charm. You know, like everyone's been saying. So it was pretty. It was kind of.
Yeah.
It felt good to actually get a match, but you know, so yeah, from the
facts.
previous 23. So it was pretty good. I felt good about it.
Okay. Good. Yeah, because I know a lot of people were like, man, Cliff went up there twice and he got popped last minute. And then finally, third time, Ro came in and was like, yes. So everybody was super happy for you.
Yeah.
Ro, how was it for you? How has it been since you've been on the show? All of that.
And just to give context for the people watching, I think it was hard for him to find love because, like, every time he kept on getting to the end, the girl would pop or something. Like, it's like this episode, even the last time, it's like, for whatever reason, they just kept on popping on him. He didn't get the chance that I feel like he could have get. He was such a good guy too. Like, he loved to travel. He seemed so laid back. Like, he just open to everything. Like, I was shocked, but you know, people be blocking their blessings. He not short. He tall. Like, you know, cause girls had this stigma. Oh, I need a dude that's this height. He tall and everything, so it ain't make sense.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I'm honestly just focused on myself.
Yeah, I knew
Not
they ain't
sounding
make it.
selfish, but yeah, I'm just trying to
Okay.
get like my career on path like where I want to be.
Good. Yeah.
yeah.
And then good point. Like, let us know a little bit about yourself. I know in the show you mentioned you were going back to school and things like that. Tell us a little more.
So I'm back in school. I graduated this year with my associates, but
Nice.
I just got
Absolutely.
accepted literally like after filming. 2 weeks later, I got accepted into the nursing program, so I'm so excited.
But let me tell you what's crazy about the unrealistic expectations. You come on this show to find love, right? Which means everything you've been doing have not been working. So you need to be open to finding a match. A lot of people come on this show with the same expectation they've been using and then be shocked when they don't find matches. He was open. He literally was at the end with so many people. Yes, yes, I'm fine. Yes. And then it's like all the stuff y'all say about a man, he's that. He came clean. He came dressed up. It's not like he came in some swag street clothes. Like he came to the event. He wore what he was supposed to wear. He came with his locks done. He came with a haircut. He said that he was open. He said he was willing to travel. Like he said, he's over 6 feet. What more are y'all looking for when everything that y'all said he fits that? It don't make sense.
This week, I know, thank you. This week, was just like
We gonna see.
orientation. It was just a lot of information, like a lot. Like my mind is really fried, so I'm really not even here. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Well, then let's go ahead and jump right in then so we can get over to the juicy topic at hand, which is, since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
I feel like the day after was like a date, I guess.
Okay, so after filming, you guys went out?
Yeah, for brunch.
They must have went out of Arizona.
Oh, okay. So how was that planned? How would everything go? Let me know.
I mean, if he wants to talk, he can.
Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
He chilling.
So I mean, basically, she had a flight to catch that next morning, and I
Okay.
decided, she was close near to the airport, so it was a little breakfast brunch like Snooze Eatery. So I decided we
Ooh, I
can,
like snooze.
yeah. So I decided let's just go there for brunch and catch up and try to get to know each other and talk a little bit. So I decided to take her to Snooze, so we went to Snooze for brunch that morning.
Okay. How'd that go? Well, how was it for you, Cliff?
It went well. I feel like it went well. We had good conversation. We had mimosas, drinks. We got
Okay.
to feel her energy a little bit more. So I feel like the vibe was pretty smooth for me. When that
Okay.
was the first time us 1-on-1. So it was pretty cool for me though, for the most part.
Okay. How was it for you, Ro?
It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I mean, it was a few things that I was noticing during the brunch, but overall it was okay.
Okay. Like what? What were you noticing?
I already addressed it to Cliff. Like, I feel like it was just like some topics that were being brought up a lot, and it was kind of like why were we discussing it? If that makes sense.
Okay.
Girl,
Cliff, did you want
what
to touch on that?
topics?
Basically, basically the topic that she saying that I brought up was she asked me a question about from the show who was what the females that popped me, and I explained to
Mm-hmm.
her one of the contestants that one of the females that popped me, but I guess she said I brought that up multiple times when we were out or when we was there, but I don't feel like
Like you
I feel.
brought up the other contestant or you brought up being popped?
Well, I told her about who the female was that popped me, and I guess she felt like I brought it up so many times, but I mean she asked me the question, I explained it to her, so. But she said I brought it up multiple times. I don't really recall bringing it up that many times, but I guess in her mindset, she said I brought it up multiple times. So I don't know.
Okay. Ro.
I don't remember asking you about it because I know that you had discussed it like prior that night, like when we were in the car, and she wasn't the only one that popped on you. You have to remember that. But I feel like she was
Why does that
being brought
matter?
up more just because y'all had common interest. So I feel like maybe your mindset was somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Well,
Okay, so you feel like, oh, sorry, Cliff, go
I
ahead.
mean, we was eating that night when we went out. She had asked me the question, like, who was because she was curious, like, who was the ones that popped, and I explained who the ones was, but it was one that I did explain that I did have a little.
Does it matter? Does it matter who popped though? Am I tripping? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. He's a single man. You're a single woman. The whole point is for y'all to now get to know each other. Once y'all get past everything that happened in the episode that you can watch because it's public, it shouldn't matter. Maybe y'all just talking about just for conversation, but is that the reason you stopped dating him? Like, huh?
a little more similar interests with, which I can't deny and lie about that. But yeah, I mean that was the truth, but fact. But I don't feel like I brought it up constantly. But I did explain to her who it was. So I mean, and I just left it at that. But I mean, I feel she felt like I said it more than multiple times. So I guess it is.
Even if he did.
It is what it is on
Okay.
that.
So, Ro, you feel like that other contestant was more his type? Is that what, like, is that the vibe that you were getting, or?
I can't say type, like he said, like more. They had just more in common,
Okay.
and like even like Cliff, when we were like at brunch, I even said like, why do you keep talking about it? And then you're like, oh no, I don't know what you said after that, but I know me saying that. Okay, why are we still talking about it? Like it just was like kept going. So
That's the part where I'm confused at, because at brunch I don't really feel like I brought her name up. I brought her name up that night, and that was pretty much it. Like brunch, I feel like we was talking about everything else besides that. So I don't really see myself saying that constantly. But I mean, if she feel like that, I said it multiple times. We just gonna leave it at that. She feel like I said it multiple times. So
I'm so
So you guys went out
confused.
the night before the brunch as well, or?
yeah, we went out. Yeah, we went out that night too.
Oh, okay. Where'd you guys go that night?
I think it was Yard House.
Okay. And it was just
But
you two,
everybody
or it
was
was like
there before we got there because he took me to
okay.
go change. So I wanted to be in something a little bit more comfortable. So he took me to my Airbnb to go change, and then that's when we met everybody at your house.
Okay. So this one was more, Yard House was more like a group
group
setting.
event?
Everyone else from the show.
Right.
Okay,
It
I
wasn't
see.
all the matches, but it was just like a few of us.
Got
why
it.
wouldn't
Okay.
they
And then
bring up their
brunch the
matches
next day
then
was just
at
the two of you guys.
They would
Right,
if
right.
it's a group
Okay.
setting.
Okay. So then after brunch, what happened? Obviously, I know you had to go catch a flight. How's
Yeah, he took me to just to the catch my flight. Yeah.
okay? And how has the
And you ain't
communication
have
and
to do
everything
that
been
either.
since then?
That was nice of him.
That has not been in communication.
Oh,
I knew
okay.
this
So
wasn't gonna
after
work.
brunch, you guys determined
I mean,
that it wasn't.
after, yes, like when I got here, like back to Texas, yes. But like we like talked about some stuff, and I think like we wasn't on the same page, and maybe like he felt like a certain way, and then I honestly don't want to bring up this issue because I don't know if I can discuss it, but like what was going on in this chat, and it just was like a lot that was going on, so
Chat.
Okay.
it
What was
kind of
going
like
on?
I guess like I remember asking Cliff, like, what's your like normal or usual type that you go for?
Why
I
does
mean, he
that
told me,
matter?
and then he asked me, and I told him, there's a particular like nationality that I do talk to, just because it's like what I'm used to, but I think he kind of took it as like I didn't want to get to know him. Like I honestly like wanted to step out my comfort zone,
Because if you stepping out your
and I really
comfort, you
was
want to talk
interested. Like I
about
really told him that
what
I'm open
you
and
can't be
that
if you
I don't
still
want to
stuck
ever
on
miss
what
out on
your
a
type
blessing
is.
ever. So I
You're
don't want to
blocking
say
the
like
blessing by
this
doing
person
that.
is my person because he's this color or this nationality or this ethnicity. And if that makes
Horrible,
sense.
man.
So
Okay.
I did say that, but I don't know if something else like made him not like want to communicate, because then even like we had a discussion like one night when we talked on the phone, and then you're like, oh, I'll text you in the morning, and then I didn't hear anything else from you.
Okay. And now, so Cliff, she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
Well, one thing, it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I kind of didn't want to share it at that moment, but another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well from a few
Oh,
people
my
that
bad.
she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her when she explained the whole like she haven't really experienced African American man, and she
Oh
was
wait, I didn't say that.
she said she
I
had
didn't say that.
you
Let
said
her
you
Because
had,
talk.
you
I
said
Let
you
her
my
talk.
mom is
You said
my
what you
mom
had to
is from
say.
Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like
but you
I
said you have
really like.
she basically said she haven't dealt with an African
I
American man in
didn't
a
say
while.
I've never dealt.
You said it's been a
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth.
bro. You said
Because
you haven't.
She got a
I
sugar
consider
daddy
myself
looking
Black
for a
American,
man.
even though my dad it was
You can't
Nigerian.
have both.
I consider myself Black American. I've dated so many Black American men, but I'm saying the older I got, I just started like dating like Nigerian men, and I just feel like a comfort, like
with the
So I'm
Nigerians.
just telling you, I haven't dated any Black American man in a while. That's all I
The,
was saying.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
explaining. That I'm explaining.
Let
So
him
No,
she
Philly
finish.
Okay,
hasn't.
said
If he
sorry.
that I have
finished
never.
talking, it would
I
be
said you haven't dealt
said.
with you told me that you haven't dealt with African
Let
American
him
men in a while.
finish.
So
You didn't
from
say
her
in a while. You
you
said
didn't even let me
You ain't let him
finish. Can I
finish.
finish?
Okay,
it?
Okay,
let's
how
let
you
him finish.
30?
Go ahead, Cliff.
So
okay.
You
basically,
defensive because you got that sugar daddy, and when you have a sugar daddy, you should not be looking for a man. Period. Period. Do you want a boyfriend or do you want a somebody who taking care of you full time? What? What are you talking about? You fumbled it. You
she
fumbled
said
it.
she haven't
Cliff a
dealt with
good guy.
African
You
American
fumbled
men
it. You
in a
fumbled
while because of
bad.
her past experience. Don't get me wrong. She's like she have dealt with Nigerian men as well. But she had some past experience
That
with
will
them as
turn
well.
me
So I was
clean
like, okay,
off.
cool. But
What?
it was just giving me that if she haven't dealt with an African American man, it just felt like I think she was more towards like Nigerian might be more towards her preference.
Yeah, because why
And
would
then
you
just to
bring it
piggyback
up?
off
But
that,
you can't make that decision for me.
I'm gonna make that decision because why would you bring it up? What is the point of what? What is the point of addressing your preference if you didn't if you wanted to be open? Like what? If you wanted to be open, why would you address your preference? Why would you move back in time? That's like if I want a brand new relationship and I'm actively dating. Maybe they'll ask me questions about my ex, but if I'm constantly reminiscing and bringing up my ex, I'm constantly talking about what my ex did and what he didn't do. I'm not ready to date. Can't be. But you're confused as to how he would come up with the conclusion when you're always talking about your preference? Huh? What? Because you're moving back in time.
Me, if I said I was open to get to know you,
you was
Girl, you
open and
like
can't be.
optimistic. But
You
then
stuck.
again, a few of the
We would just be talking
few of
about
the
me if
girls
you
on the
was
show,
open.
from her episode, brought it up to my attention that she was talking to a whole Nigerian man
Wow.
that's 53 years old. So I was
And
just
women
shocked about
talk,
it
so.
because I'm like, and then she was, the girls was shocked about it because they're like, why is she even on the show? And then
wait.
and
So
then
you saying the girls in the group said that I was talking to this guy now?
you explained it to them.
No, I was not talking. I'm not talking to this guy now. Like this was like earlier part of this year. So
Why would
whatever
you bring it up though?
got missed.
So, Ro,
Yeah.
just to confirm, when you came on the
Yeah.
show, are you
Earlier
single?
this year or not?
Yes, like
What
I
would you
wouldn't
talk about that for?
for them to say that this guy was taking care of me. Yes, this guy was taking care of me, but this was like way
Why
like
are you
earlier
talking
part of
about
this
it?
year. So that had nothing to do with me. Like I literally came on the show with great intentions on finding
Okay.
somebody. So I don't like that you took what somebody else said instead of like getting it from me because you never even asked that from me. I don't feel like that's right.
Let him finish, please.
I just feel like because you explained it on the show to the girls and everything, and they brought it up to
But
me.
you keep saying to the girls, but you never addressed me
So you
about
guys
it.
never had a conversation about this.
Exactly. We never had a discussion about it. So you are going
So
I
by
felt
he
like
what?
say, she
I
say.
didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to
Because
bring that because
that
I
means
feel
that
like
you
she was gonna
wasn't really
twist it.
interested.
No, it
You
wasn't
wasn't
that.
interested in getting
It
to
just
know me then.
it wasn't that. It just
You could
showed
have
me
been
that
interested
she
if you
like
started
she
talking
was
about your
bragging
past.
about it
Move
like to the
forward.
girls on the
I
show.
wasn't bragging.
That
Like
was
how
just
can you go by
that was
I
just
don't
the
get
thing
it.
that
How can you go by he say, she say? I would
Let him
never do that to
finish,
you
bro.
because even in the group chat, I heard some stuff you were saying, but I never said, oh, I'm not going to talk to Clip because I'm hearing this. Like, I'm 33 years old. I wouldn't go back and be like, oh, I'm not going to talk to him because I heard this. I'm an
So,
adult.
Ro,
Like,
all the
I make my
girls
own
are in
decisions.
a group chat together from the episode. Is that where
Like
this
the
information is
girls,
coming from?
right? So the girls have a group chat that we made a group chat because we wanted to go out after the show and like hang out. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what the group chat was morely about.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just turned to something else. And I'm not trying to put the other girls out there because I love, I got to know everybody. But I don't know what girls he's pertaining to because I honestly was not in the back bragging about some 50-year-old man taking care of me because that's not what it is. And I wish you
Girl,
would
what
have
is it?
addressed
Why is
me
the
like
53-year-old
personally
man
and I
even
would
in
have
the
told you no. That was like
conversation?
way back then. I mean,
Why is
that's
he
how
even in the
communication started. And I
conversation,
told you on the
though?
show, communication is a real big issue for me. That's my love language. If you can't communicate with me and you're going by like what the streets are saying, like you would never have a real relationship. And
it wasn't about
that's just
the
pure
streets and
honesty.
it was multiple people that was bringing.
I'm just saying like
It's
street,
just
like outside
it's
people.
but it's multiple people bringing up the same
But
situation.
you're still saying multiple people
I
instead
feel
of
him. I just
addressing it
don't
from
want
the
no
person that it
parts.
happened
And
to. So
So,
now
Cliff,
it feels like Oh, go. I'm sorry. Like, now it feels like you're trying to make me look bad on this
He just
show.
speaking
Like,
his
oh,
truth.
she had this
It ain't
man
about
taking care
making
of
you
her while
look
she came on the
bad.
show.
That's what he
I
was
haven't seen
told.
that man in months. Like, literally,
So
months.
No, he
Cliff, did
don't.
you ever like once think like, okay, you know what, I'm hearing this. Let me go ahead and speak with her and get more clarification.
No, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to bring it to her attention because I just feel like we'll be in a debate like how it is right now, just
Facts. He can't
constantly
even
like.
talk.
No, it was just go back and
It's not
forth.
a
It would
debate.
have
I'm
been
defending
us going back and
myself.
forth, and like
I'm
she
But you
defending
saying that
cutting him
myself.
off
it was
though.
just like
Like that's
she
not a
bringing it up like it was
conversation, girl.
past years or something when it was probably could have been recently. So I just didn't
It
want to.
wasn't recent though.
So I don't really know
He
what
don't
it
know
was.
that.
So I didn't really want to necessarily talk about it like at that point because I
Okay.
feel like she would have just probably said like, oh, it was in the past or some years ago.
Because that's true. Like, I'm gonna defend myself. If it's
It
not,
wasn't
That's,
years
if it's
ago
true,
though.
I would
That
tell
was
you.
very
If
recent.
it's not true, I would tell you it's not true. Like, I'm
I
gonna
get
defend
what he's
myself.
saying.
that's
So
fine.
how was it brought up to you, Cliff? Like you reached out to the other girls, or they reached out
No,
to
actually,
you?
they
Like
reached.
how?
Yeah, actually, it was one that she was actually cool with. But yeah, she reached out to me and told me, and she was like she can't believe that she told her that because she literally explained it to her. And then this was actually one of the girls that actually popped on me that told me it personally. So, um, and she told me that she was bragging about it, and she thought about it like, why is you even on the
Women
show
talk
if
though.
you announcing
And
it
I
and telling?
honestly feel like I already know who you're talking about, and that's probably the main person that was causing all the mess. But I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, but like I said,
I
But
wish,
it could
but
have been just
honestly, at the
messy.
end of
I
the
don't
day,
know, man.
you're my
How do
match.
they
I'm
know
your
that though?
match. You talking to her about me is
I,
not
I
okay.
would.
He
I mean,
You
it
should
was
not.
have
brought to
reached
my
She
out to
brought it
attention.
to
me to
him.
I didn't
ask
say
me.
nothing. I didn't even know
Facts.
anything. It
You
was brought
gotta
to my
listen.
attention.
I know, but when you
So
heard that, you should have been like, "Bro, like, is this true?"
I
And I would
heard
have been like, "No,
this.
Cliff, that's not
I
true.
mean,
Like,
that's
she might
true,
have
but you
misheard
also didn't
something
like him
or
at the
misread
breakfast
something because
anyway.
I keep all my receipts. Like, I have
You already
messages
came at
too.
him
that's
like
So I
fine.
this
wish you would have
anyway. I could
addressed
just
me first
imagine.
and been like, "Bro, she said this. Is this true?" And I would have told you.
I could just imagine they at the brunch and she going ham like this. Like, not giving him space to talk. Because he obviously seemed like the low key type. Like, just the way you going right. This gives me the whole scope of y'all date. You probably brought that back up. You said it was extra drama. You probably brought it back up. And then he probably tried to speak on it. And to you, he doing too much because you just wanted to air out how you felt. Yeah.
I have nothing to hide. Promise you.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So Cliff, you got this information, and then right after you got that, that was it. You never spoke to Ro again.
Yeah, I really did. I kind of like, I just fell back like off, bro. I couldn't deal with like all that. Just hearing the
It's
information
the
and then
drama
just
itself,
with
not
the whole,
necessarily
she
if it's true
kept
or
bringing
not.
up like,
Why is
oh,
it?
how I was constantly saying person name and stuff. It was just giving me a lot of like, I was going to pull my dreads out, to be honest with you. Like, I just didn't want to keep conversation where like, it was just,
This guy is
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make me
It's
look
just
bad.
You're
I
not
just
trying to
left it
make you
alone
look bad.
because
You did it
I
by
just wanted to
arguing
like
like
kind of
that
move
just
on
now.
because it was just I feel
You
like it
real
was be a lot of
combative.
going back and forth with me and her. So I'm
Okay.
not that kind of person to keep going back and forth and always having to talk
Facts.
and I'm just like a more peace and smooth. But with Ro, it's just like yeah, it's just
It's
constantly it's
combative.
like constantly have to like
It's not a
go back and
conversation.
forth.
That's
So I didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to keep my peace. So I kind of just left it as it is and just let it just let it die down. Really, to be honest with you.
Okay. So were you interested in her to begin with? Like,
I mean, I was, but with
I
all
don't
the
think so.
information and stuff,
girl.
with all the information and stuff that I got, it just
Combative.
kind of like
The
it made
information that you got.
it just made me kind of like think twice, and then just from the text message and stuff
I
because
don't think it's exactly what they said, but it's the fact that it was multiple. He said it was more than one person, and like people, like how many people gonna lie on you? People you don't know, they have no reason to lie. That's the thing. These people don't know you from a can of paint. They don't have a reason to lie. They don't have a reason to say anything bad about you. They don't have a reason to convey stuff this way. They don't. So like it's random and it's a lot for somebody who want to get to know you and move forward with you with a clean slate. It's just like the last catch up where the girl said, dude, baby mama had messaged her on Instagram. It's not the fact that you're not past your baby mother. It's not the fact that you're not cool off your baby mother, but why am I getting all this drama so early? She not past you, so and you still have to deal with her because y'all have kids. And until your kid become of age where they could just, communicate through you, right now she's gonna be there, and I have to deal with that as a person. So for him, it's like, or it's rather the information true or false. I'm already dealing with drama. Don't nobody want to deal with no drama, especially if I'm an out the way kind of person. I'm an out the way type of, I'll feel them like it don't
Because
matter.
I don't know, I just started thinking a little bit, and then plus when we rode in the car together, she didn't really she didn't really want to match with me anyway when she explained everything to me. So that was another thing because
You
I
was
really
already
wasn't truly
uninterested,
her
but you
match, and
fighting
she
so
explained
hard
that to
for
me in
it.
the car. So
That sucks.
that was another.
I never told you that, Cliff.
You did tell me that. You did tell me.
I did not. Why are you trying to make me look
Um,
bad?
I'm really not. So
You
I'm
are, but
like,
it's
see, that's
fine.
why
You know what?
Arlette. That's why I said
I
Arlette.
came on here.
This why I
I came
said I
on
didn't
here
want.
with to
This
be.
why I didn't
I
want
came
to.
on
Sorry
here
guys,
with
hold
the.
on. One person at a time. I can't hear.
I let him talk. I came
No,
on
you
here
didn't.
with great
You did
intentions
not let him
to,
talk.
not to like
This
make
is
him look
bad.
bad, just go with the
I don't
flow,
think he
like
trying
tell,
to make you
my
look
side.
bad though. Like he
Mhm.
But
just
like the stuff that you're saying is kind of crazy because for you to say that I sat in the car and said that you was not my match, I would
I
never
don't think
say
he didn't
that.
say that
That
though.
has not
Like
came out
he's
my mouth
saying,
ever. As I
I don't think she listening. He's saying that you weren't really interested based on what he heard you say about him. So maybe you didn't say you not my match. Maybe you ain't say that, but the same way you said you ain't like certain stuff he said in the conversation, you could have been talking about that, and for him that could be, oh, you really maybe you don't like me based on this that based on our conversation you don't like me. I don't think he's saying verbatim you came out and said, no, this ain't gonna work, you're not my match, I should have picked somebody else. I don't think that's what he's saying. Like I think what he's saying is based on the conversation y'all had, I wasn't your match, I couldn't have been, cause yeah.
watched the show, I was not your match. When I watched the show, I was not your match. You literally was on that show asking the same questions to every lady.
He
And
wanna make
the
sure.
only question you were
What's wrong with
asking the
that?
lady was about travel. It was nothing about them genuinely, like as a person. It was nothing about them
Traveling
bringing
not
anything to
genuine?
the table. It was nothing about them internally. You were only asking about travel. So to me, like you were on the show just to find someone to travel with. And honestly, when I watched it, I kind of looked and was like, this guy really wasn't even really that interested in me because you didn't really ask me any questions. The only person that was really asking me questions was Rob. Like nobody, you
If all the questions is asked, what do you say? That's the I don't know if y'all watch Pop the Balloon fully, but they be telling them not to say the same stuff. Like don't say the same things, don't repeat yourself. And I feel like because Cliff is like laid back and stuff, and he normally not even at the front of the line, all the questions, first of all, when he's on the opposing side, you're asking the men all the questions. And then some of the men be like, oh, and what do you think? Or let it be like, oh, and what about your answer? So where does it give me space to ask you something? It doesn't. When I already know everything now. You came out and gave a whole introduction. I know that part. I want to learn the rest after the show. I don't know.
And
you honestly did not show interest in me. Like
I
you
don't
did
think that
not.
he didn't show
And
interest though. I
and
could
I
be
know I
wrong. I
didn't tell
don't
you
know.
you was not my match because I honestly wanted to match with you because you were older. I like that you were calm. Like
Yeah,
I
he is
want a
calm.
man that's calm. I don't want a man that's rowdy because I'm already like energetic. Like
Hmm.
I chose you because of those characteristics that I seen. You were calm, you were older. You cared yourself more, better. I liked how you were dressed. Like so
Yeah.
you can't say that I chose you. I didn't like you were not my initial match
I
because
just
if
think
that
he
was
was
the
being
case,
open. He's
I
single.
would
He
pop
didn't
my
know what's
balloon.
gonna work, so he just
Honestly.
was open and matched
At the
with
end of the day,
the people
like
who align so
that's just
far.
it.
And
But honestly, to me, watching the show with my friends and family, it just seemed like you just wanted a match, and it
no,
didn't really feel
multiple
like you
people
wanted
could
something
align with
genuine
you.
because your questions were not in a genuine place. It was just
I
like,
don't
oh,
think so.
where have you been? Where have you traveled? That's it. Point blank. Period.
I don't
Okay.
know. A lot of people
Cliff,
got a lot
anything
of
you want
stuff
to
in
add
I
to that?
common.
mean, that was one question I asked because that's clearly what everybody came out and mostly everybody say. So traveling was one big thing about me. But when we were in the car, she clearly did say that Rob, who was the last person that was down with me, that
Hmm.
she would have chose Rob, but she wanted to do something different. Rob was more of her preference, but she only
Yes,
chose me
I was
because she
stepping out of
wanted to
my
do
comfort
something different.
zone.
So she
You're
wanted to
right. I
step
was
out of her
stepping out of
comfort.
my comfort
So
zone.
clearly means
But I didn't
Rob.
say that you were not my match. I said Rob is someone I would have
But
normally
Rob is
went
more of
for,
your type,
but
though.
I chose you. I chose you for a reason. So you can't just say
So
that
you wanted
because
to
just
try
like you were
something
bragging
different.
about the other girl,
Okay.
like y'all had a lot of common interests. I'm not doing you that way, but now you're making it seem like
But you are doing.
I did
You're
not want
doing
to
the
choose you. I
same
chose you
thing.
for
You're
a
doing the
reason.
same thing by saying Rob is normally my type. Rob is normally what I go for. You're doing the same thing, and he's saying, "Oh, I had more." Y'all saying the same stuff. I don't understand how y'all not seeing. Y'all saying the same thing. Y'all having the same situation. Y'all both found more interest in the other person, but y'all was open to trying something different. Y'all saying the same thing, and it's nothing wrong with trying something different. But y'all, it seemed like communication was the biggest downfall when it came to this match. The communication is bad. Y'all saying the same stuff. And I also believe I understand why he took a step back with the drama, because drama could be a lot. It's not necessarily if it's true or false, it's just a lot of drama. I feel like you overshare it with the ladies, and maybe they did take your story and DJ remix it, whatever, but you don't know them enough to be out. Certain conversation I would have just kept between me and my match. Simple as that.
If I wanted to choose Rob, I would have, but I didn't. I wanted to step out my comfort zone because I liked your demeanor. Like I said, you were calm, you were cool, collected. Like
But
I'm
you
just
prefer
confused on
Rob
where all
more.
this coming
You saying
from.
the same thing he's saying.
So
But
you felt like when
But
she
you want to
said
try
Rob is
something?
what she usually goes for, you're
Well, it
thinking
wasn't
like,
just. I mean, not even just that. It was just everything though that just led up to just where we at like now. So, I
Okay.
just didn't want to continue to like deal
I
with
hate
like
this for him.
everything that was going on. So
And I hate that she ain't
okay,
found
so
what she
there
was
was
looking
no
for
no
either.
closure. Like,
Like,
hey, I don't think this is not gonna
exactly, he didn't even give
work.
me closure. Like that's immature. Like
he definitely
that's
wrong.
all
He
you
should
could
have
have said
said
was like,
something.
bro, I heard
This
this
ain't
about
working
you.
out.
Is it true? I would have told you. And then you could have made your, you could have said,
Judgment
okay, well, I don't
from
want to
that point
continue this. And I
forward.
would have been like,
Yeah.
okay, I understand. You didn't even give me
Damn.
that. I would have gave you
Ro,
that. I honestly would have gave you that.
Did you reach out to him when you didn't hear from
No,
him?
because I felt like there was no need for me to reach out because if he really was interested in me
Both
and
parties. Bad
if he really
communication.
wanted to know like whatever he heard was true, then he would have reached out to me. I didn't reach out. After he said, "Oh, I'll text you in the morning," and then I didn't hear back. I'm like, well,
I
I'm just
would have
gonna leave it at
texted,
that.
hey, you good? I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. Oh my God, that's a
It's a
lot for
lot.
only knowing
Yeah.
each other. What was that? All in like
Okay.
a week?
that's what I'm saying.
A day
That's
or
just too
something.
much. It's just too much to deal with. Like
Don't try to make it seem
it's
like
just
it's
too much
me
to deal with
though.
within a week, and I'm just really not trying to do all that. Like I'm
Don't make
really
it seem
not.
like it's just
I'm
me. Like
I'm just
you
saying it's
you
just
He
you have
said
you
Arlette.
have
And then
in
blanketed
even
it
general
it's
it's too
crazy
too.
much.
because like
Like,
even
I
the
don't.
messages and stuff I show my guys, it's like wow, like you going through like dealing with all that and y'all barely even know.
Messages that she sent you?
Yeah, just it was essays, paragraphs, like books.
Yes, because if I
It's
can't talk to you during the day, I'm gonna send you a message and tell you all this that we're talking about because we're getting to know each other.
yeah.
All this you showing your boys
Maybe
and
it's
stuff. See,
what you
that's
said.
childish. I don't
It's
do
not
stuff like that.
childish. It's not
It
childish.
is childish.
It's
Why would you
not.
show your boys my
It's
messages
it,
that's for you?
it's some like just
That's
to show
childish.
like
I have
this is
not showed any
because
of my
you my
friends.
match, so I showed
I
them
don't
like
think
look what I'm
It
going
doesn't
through.
matter. I'm your match.
Like
I'm not their
okay,
match.
but it's
this is a mess. This is a mess. I'll show some of my messages. I don't show it all. Some stuff is definitely to keep private, but sometimes you need perspective. Dang, maybe I'm childish. I don't know. Sometimes I need perspective on things. Sometimes I need a secondhand opinion on certain stuff. It's not. Dang, man. But certain stuff I believe you should keep between y'all too. Absolutely. Like I don't know what you said. I need to see what you said. What did you say?
just like I
So
said,
I
like
don't show my
it
friends my
was a lot.
messages of you.
It was a lot, and I just
You have
didn't want to
you
deal
have a
with it.
lot of growing up to do, but it's
I really
okay. Like
don't.
you do
I really
because
don't.
there's no way I'm gonna be showing my friends my guys' messages like, oh yeah, she did that.
No,
Like,
I
come
was
on
just
now.
showing them like, look what
Certain
I'm going
stuff
through,
I
No, you
and I
don't
definitely
do
barely even know
that.
you.
You don't do
Like that's
that. You
crazy.
don't
I
do
didn't say
that.
I showed them the whole message, but like,
It
look
don't
at the
matter.
essay.
You don't do
All
that.
right,
You
Okay,
don't
okay.
do
all right,
that.
Well,
guys.
that's what you don't do. You don't
And
have to
for
do it,
one,
We're
like
not
I
gonna get
said,
anywhere, guys.
I
man.
Let's
know.
just
That's
And for
that's why
one,
I
you
left it
should
at.
have addressed
That's why I
me.
left it at it was.
You should have addressed
That's
me
why I
about
left it at
and
it
everything that
was.
you
you
It
ain't
felt
let me
about
talk
it
me.
all
wasn't a
30
purpose.
of
Like
these
no,
minutes.
I
Oh
wasn't about to
man.
do that. So
And
Okay.
that's fine.
Arlette, just make
Well,
them
we can
stop,
see.
man.
Yeah,
Episode
this.
over.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
ain't
There's
making
a
this
You
lot.
just
work.
have
There's
a
a
lot of
lot.
you have a lot of
Episode
maturing to do. I'm
done.
just gonna let you know that.
thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
You're
He didn't attack your
welcome.
character not
You
once.
are
That is
welcome.
Thank
Because
you.
crazy.
all this he say, she say, baby, I am not in high school. I'm not.
That's
If
fine.
I need to know it, if I need to know something, I'm gonna ask the person. Point blank, period. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask that person.
All right. Well, in other news, for us to go ahead and wrap this up,
Facts. That was a lot.
I know, Ro, you said you're going back to
Not in high
school.
school,
Any
girl.
other
I won't be
projects,
arguing
anything
on
else you're
them.
going to be working on that we could be on the lookout for?
Honestly, just education.
Okay.
Like continue to like, of course, like I want to keep progressing on myself
Mm-hmm.
because I took some time off during the summer and kind of like reevaluating myself. So now I'm like at a better state. So now I can focus more like on my education. So just education. I have 2 more years and then I can do
Then
what I want to
you're
do.
all right. Well, good luck with that. I wish you all the best.
Thank
And
you.
you're gonna come out here, you're gonna be Nurse Bay.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can't wait.
congratulations.
I cannot wait.
It's
Oh my
never too late
gosh.
to
And then
increase your
Cliff, what about
education.
for yourself? Anything you're working
Never too late.
on? Anything we'd be on
Just
the lookout
continue to work on
for?
my construction projects. We got a building that's
Okay.
being built right now, so I'm just pretty much just grinding in
Yes.
construction right now. Continue to
That's
be
what's
a
Good.
up.
project manager. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just focus on the project that I got aligned out right now for me. So
That's what's up.
Nice. Well, good luck with that as well.
thank you.
I wish you both many successes. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming on today.
Thank you.
And I hope everything works out
For both
in
of
your
them
love life,
individually.
work life,
Right,
career,
right.
all of that stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all. That was a fail. Horrible. To the comments, we gonna read a few. When she said in the beginning, I'm just gonna focus on myself, we knew what time it was. No facts. I knew that was it. Bro, you did dodge a bullet. You dodged a whole missile. And look, if she carried on like that, that's crazy. I let him talk. Win. Facts. I felt the same way. You're combative. Look, aggressive, combative. Yeah, like he didn't really even get to talk. Like that's crazy. The 50-year-old man watching this. Facts. 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 He's so defensive. I love how calm and chill he was. It seems. If he go on the shows, he's a great man. Maybe he need a separate show, like how they did Eric. Maybe that's what it is. Anybody against him? Seem like everybody is on the same level of stuff. Like we all just viewed it the same way. At first, I was a bit confused as to why Cliff didn't bring up the whole sugar daddy topic, but I get why he didn't. It would have been a back and forth argument, probably a little line, and definitely gaslighting in there too from her, and he was smart about it. I think he didn't want nobody to look at her in no type of way. Like he was truly trying to protect her image, but like I don't know. Woo, let the man talk. Hey, ain't nobody against him. And I'm not saying y'all should be. Like, I feel the same way. I feel like he know exactly what's going on. Like, and I'm glad that, you know, that ain't work, because it's obvious that wouldn't have been good for him to be so, like, laid back and everything. Like, that's what's best. We're gonna read one more. The fact that she said he is childish and has more growing up to do, I would say that for her. She can't even have a conversation without hollering. No man wants to deal with that. So I can't understand why he said it just felt like too much. I completely understand. Hey, and I felt the same way. He didn't attack her character not one time. He just spoke on his truths. I think it's a way to do that. No disrespect, no nothing. This is crazy. Like, I hope that Cliff do find love, even if it ain't this show. I mean, maybe he need his own, like I said, like Eric, how they did the blind and dating or whatever the case may be. Maybe he need that one-on-one. You know, he need to be with people that chooses him. And I hope she find love, and I hope she finish her education like she said she want to do. Congrats to both of them on their projects, and I wish them the best endeavors. And I appreciate y'all for coming. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with some more bangers soon. I appreciate y'all for watching. And we out of here.